Hiccups. You're sitting quietly, everything's calm, and then that sudden jolt. That's your diaphragm going rogue. A hiccup is caused by a sudden spasm of the diaphragm, the muscle just below your lungs, followed by an abrupt closure of your vocal cords. That closure is what produces the sharp hic sound. Hiccups can be triggered by eating too fast, drinking carbonated beverages, or even sudden temperature changes. But sometimes they come out of nowhere. That's because the signal that controls your breathing briefly misfires in the brain stem. Your diaphragm reacts before your brain catches up. A tiny communication error and one of the most common body glitches humans experience. Brain freeze. It's a hot day. You take a large bite of ice cream, and suddenly, sharp pain shoots through your forehead. Brain freeze happens when something extremely cold touches the roof of your mouth. The blood vessels in that area constrict rapidly, then expand again just as fast. Your brain misinterprets this sudden change. Instead of registering pain in the mouth, it redirects the signal to the forehead. It's not damage, just your brain confusing mouth pain for head pain, numbness, or pins and needles. You sit on your leg too long. When you stand up, it feels like static racing through your skin. That sensation is called paresthesia. It happens when pressure temporarily compresses nerves or restricts blood flow. When that pressure is released, nerve signals rush back all at once, not smoothly, but chaotically. The tingling isn't pain. It's thousands of nerve messages firing without coordination. Your nervous system rebooting mid-signal, briefly forgetting how to communicate properly with your body. Shivering. You can be perfectly warm and still feel your muscles shake. Shivering is a rapid series of tiny muscle contractions designed to create heat. But your nervous system also uses it as a response to fear, anxiety, or emotional overload. Shivering isn't always about temperature. When your body senses that something is wrong, it can activate the same defensive pathways used for cold exposure. Your system reacts before it fully understands why. A survival mechanism activating without clear instructions. Goosebumps. A song hits you, or a cold breeze, and suddenly the tiny muscles at the base of each hair tighten like they're reacting on their own. Goosebumps happen when those little muscles contract, pulling the skin tight. It's all controlled by your sympathetic nervous system. Why does it happen? Because it's a reflex triggered by either a drop in temperature or a spike in emotional intensity. A sudden wave of fear, awe, or excitement can set it off just as easily as the cold. It's automatic. Your brain sends the signal through your nerves and your skin responds instantly. You don't choose it. Your skin reacts long before your words do. A beautiful, ancient glitch. Motion sickness. You're riding in a vehicle. Your eyes are focused on something still, like a phone screen. But your inner ear detects movement. Your brain receives conflicting information. One system says you're stationary. Another says you're moving quickly. Unable to reconcile the mismatch, your brain triggers a defensive response: nausea, sweating, dizziness. From an evolutionary perspective, this confusion resembled poisoning or hallucination, and the safest response was to empty the stomach. Motion sickness isn't failure of a single sense. It's multiple systems disagreeing. Eye twitching. Your eyelid suddenly begins to flutter on its own, super annoying and almost impossible to ignore. This happens because tiny muscles in your eyelids start contracting involuntarily. And those contractions are usually triggered by things like fatigue, stress, dehydration, or too much caffeine. It's basically your facial nerves short-circuiting for a moment. The muscle isn't damaged, it's just overstimulated. Your nervous system starts firing repetitive signals faster than it should, a small but visible sign that your body is overworked. Photic sneeze reflex. You step into bright sunlight and instantly sneeze. Around 20 to 30% of people have this reaction, and it has nothing to do with allergies or dust. It happens because the optic nerve sits very close to the trigeminal nerve, which controls the sneeze reflex. When intense light hits your eyes, the signal can accidentally spill over, triggering the wrong pathway. A neural crossover. one signal piggybacking on another. Your brain gets confused, and the sneeze fires anyway. So, how many of these body glitches have you experienced? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.